Hey everybody, it's TJ here from Skylab, and I'm joined by Jordan Limerick from ImageQuicks. An email came out last week announcing the big partnership in between Skylab and ImageQuicks, and I thought I'd just quickly jump into a little bit of a history lesson on how our two companies ended up working together. So this relationship kicked off in 2008. Tim McCain from PhotoLinks was up in Vancouver addressing some workflow issues we were having, and I got assigned to making sure that he was taken care of. Basically, I got to be his bodyguard for a couple of days. We started talking through everything that had to do with the workflow that involved retouching, and at the time that still would have taken 48 hours. But the idea was there. Having to wait 48 hours for a simple retouch isn't a dream anymore. Using artificial intelligence, we've been able to take an image that usually takes 6 minutes to retouch down to 1.2 seconds and offer it through an API instantly. So think of what that does for digital downloads. We've now seen an increase of up to 35% of our images this season are being sold immediately with a retouch. Partnering with IQ has allowed us to put the retouching option right in the pocket for an impulse buy by a consumer. If you're using Blueprint, let us or your Blueprint rep know, and we can immediately add one touch to your price sheets.
You just want to talk about how you guys have created the technology and how it works, and I can go over a little bit after that how we have seen it used in our system and how it is currently used as far as how to get on a price sheet and all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, George. I think the key thing that we picked up on was, we've been doing our own retouching. We even have our own retouching studio, but having to wait 48 hours when a client is coming in to purchase a digital download with retouching didn't really fit that consumer expectation anymore. So we were looking at a bunch of solutions for creating these perfect images, and there was nothing that was giving us a nice, clean, crisp, high quality retouch. So we're starting to use AI since 2018 and a pretty incredible data set that's allowed us to produce an image now that you're looking at very extensive, high quality skin output. And usually that was about 6 minutes going in with Photoshop and a variety of other tools, even some automation tools inclusive. But again, they would just do things to the skin that our consumer wouldn't accept as school photographers, especially printing at an 8x10.
So we've been using this for a couple months throughout our system. We've had a couple people beta test it. We've had about 20,000 images retouched in the last month or so. And we've not gotten any complaints from any users. Mom and dad haven't complained at all, which is that 100% success rate is pretty astounding.
Yeah.
What it also allows is this automated downloads that are instant. You can now offer retouching on those and not have to lose the instantaneous happiness you get from getting that download. You still get that quick download. You still get to offer something to just really pull on those heartstrings, but it also can be retouched, which because it's also retouched, we've now taken that X amount of dollars that was a download and we've added on our retouching, which is another cost on top of that. And we've seen it all the way from, I think TJ, me and you did all the research. I think it was like anywhere from $5 to $15 people are willing to pay for retouching on underclass throughout our whole system.
Yeah, it's definitely an underserved good, and it's definitely just an expectation from clients. And we've processed over 1 million images now on it, so it's been pretty interesting to watch the results coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just think if we increase 25% of digital downloads to also include retouching, think about what that does to your average order. So that's just been a massive thing for us. We never, in our system, we've never been able to offer retouching on downloads until this year. And then this was just a perfect add-on to that people are really loving. We're getting constant people asking for it to be turned on to their account. TJ, I'm thinking pretty much every person I've talked to at the show this year has wanted some help with their workflow and their e-com. And we always get down to the bottom of the things that are plaguing them. And retouching is something that always hurts your workflow. And it's just an easy way to offer retouching, offer something that increases your value add to the customer, offer something that increases your average order, while also not doing anything different. That's the cool part about it, is that it's completely automated. You don't touch it at all.
Yeah.
Blueprint knows not to send the download, and then Skylab automatically picks up that image, retouches it, sends it out. I mean, we're talking within 5-10 minutes that people have the retouched download in their pocket. And the best part is we, by the end of Q1, we're looking to have that down to seconds instead of minutes. So really cool things there. Perfect. TJ, you have anything that you guys have seen, any success stories that people have used this on?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we started speaking about this last January at SPAC, and then as you can imagine, things changed in March. But the momentum and the need for having an automated solution like this, we've seen the uptick surpass our expectations too, for how people were going to use it. We thought that it would be maybe an add-on, maybe 5-10% of the people would jump into using it. But just through our own company and how it's using it, our digital good sales with retouching now are surpassing 35% of our total offering. I'm thinking that's obviously a prevailing theme now that I'm discovering at SPAC, but for us personally, watching the images go through with zero complaints actually has been the surprise to us. We were thinking that there would be, oh, what happens if an image doesn't go through? But for underclass photos and those senior yearbooks, the stuff that we have to do anyways too, it's just such a perfect bolt-on for us to be implementing.
Yeah, absolutely. Couple questions we've got. Looks like Dennis has a couple questions. Dennis definitely wanted to say, nice work, TJ. Thanks for offering this. It's something everybody's needed. So just from the ImageQuick side and PhotoLinks team, we're really happy that we get to work with you. He asked, will the retouch file be returned to the shopping cart, meaning Blueprint? Dennis, we're actually working on that. We're hoping to have it released by the fall this year. That requires a little bit of rework of our back end of the way images come out of our system and into the order box. So now we got to get it back into the Blueprint box. So that is on our list to do this year to make this an even better partnership. So that's coming.
Yeah.
I know TJ has heard that one too, and he'll be really happy to see that one implemented.
Dennis, thanks for bringing it up. I think that's definitely something that, again, just seeing the response to the product and how it's being used, that's definitely climbed to the priority of one of the first things that we're going to be tackling with our new partners here. But yeah, feel free to try it out as well. We've got the link there that we've been offering out free retouching to really test it out and see it for yourself.
Yeah, and Dennis, we have a ton of your guys' images. So if you want to shoot Caitlin an email and just pick out a job or something, she can shoot it over to us and we can run a retouch for you, and we can actually tell you how long it took and all of that. So super simple to get you a sample over. He also asked, would there be different levels of retouching available currently or in the future, and anything like glasses glare or anything like that? What's the plan for that, TJ?
Yeah, so we're attempting to handle the standard retouching, which is pretty much across the board. I think a very easy, not easy, but I think everyone can agree what retouching could be at the standard level. Once we start moving into like increased levels of skin smoothing, if you would, that is going to be like an additional thing that gets bolted onto our offering. Glass glare, I think, will be coming shortly after that. Again, it's just based on the amount of data that we get and requests, but it's actually crazy because we've seen that it's starting to see what we want it to do. And one of the things that we do in all our images is remove glass glare. So it's starting to minimize it though, and the tests are starting to prove positive for that. So lots of good things coming down the pipe.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to point out too, is this is machine learning. So the more images we get to the system, the better and better it's going to get. Awesome. Any other questions from the attendees? Feel free to just throw them into the Q&A side there. We can see them and we'll answer them right here.
Yeah, I think the live.skylabtech.ai is there, so you don't have to go all through the cart to test it out. You can literally drag and drop 10 images right now, and then if you want to see them in high res, don't have them cropped, just select the retouch button. You can see what's going to happen. Print them out, look at them side by side, and anyone at the IQ team can help to turn it on.
Yeah, exactly. The whole IQ team has been is well versed in Skylab now, so we definitely can talk to you guys about that. Kiko asks, is this a passive plugin, or is there any interaction in the studio to check or verify the retouching? No. So what this does, and Kiko, you're a little bit of a different animal because you're a vertical studio, but what this does is it holds up the image from going to be printed or sent out as a download. And after the retouching is marked as completed, it then releases that over to the lab or as a download. For you guys, it would release back into Blueprint for the lab portion. So you guys would be able to see it there. But the general answer is no, it pushes it directly on out to the lab. We do want you to be completely confident in it, though, and we think that the more you look at it, you won't feel the need to check each image too. Dennis asking more about the bringing the retouched images back. I think we could have a solution for you if you will follow up with Caitlin. I think we have a good solution for you in the meantime.
I got a question from Roger. Can you show where to put image options on the price sheet, Jordan?
Yes, I can. Give me just a second.
We launched the site. We just knew that coming into the show, instead of running around with an iPad and showing pictures, which I did last year with Jordan, just to allow people to send their own things in. So it was a pretty big play for us to try it out and have it all set up for y'all.
For sure. So this is just a Blueprint price sheet. You guys are seeing my screen in Blueprint?
Yep.
Okay, cool. This is just a Blueprint price sheet. So you have your normal products that you're offering, the packages you're offering, your a la carte items. Come down to image options, and you'll just come over here and pull from the one-touch services, and you'll see that we've pulled this one-touch service over, and we can charge whatever we'd like for it, $100 if we'd like. So we're just pulling this image, this Skylab retouching over. When that product is ordered, it will go directly in the Skylab system and directly into back into Blueprint to send to the lab. So super simple. You put it on there just like you would any other image option. It works. It looks exactly the same in the shopping cart as any other image option. It's just much quicker than normal retouching. Got another question here. So one of my staff members have to go one by one to check the images, or we just have it run it and go? Yeah, you can just have it run it and go, Kiko. You don't even have to check them. The goal would be that you ran some tests so that you could see enough of the quality that you don't feel like they need to be checked, and then you just have them running constantly.
I got another question here. Kyle would like to ask if you have multiple image services on a price sheet.
That's a really good question. So yes. So if you have multiple image options on a price sheet, you can mix and match them how you'd like. We're working on a way to really nail down which one starts first. So with our Skylab integration, Skylab goes first before the other retouches. So you could offer Skylab plus any other sort of retouching. That's actually kind of goes directly into what Dennis just said too. Yes, this would take place if any of you like your standard retouching. He asked that question, and you can utilize it with another service.
I got another question from Zeke. Are we going to be discussing pricing?
Yes. So standard pricing is $225 an image. When we looked at how to price this, we looked across all of our offerings of retouching and felt like that is the best spot. We've really seen that that's a good spot and allows you guys to price it accordingly.
Yeah, for example, like you said, we're selling it for $5, and every time someone clicks that button, we're getting $225 on the studio side.
And that amount is pulled out of your blueprint at the end of the month. You don't have to worry about paying another bill or anything like that. It's directly integrated with blueprint and all of that billing. So it's just going to pull the money out of your blueprint account. So you don't even have to worry about paying another bill. All of that's done for you.
Yeah, I think we tried just to design everything the way that we wanted to have it set up for our studio, and then just got it rocking and rolling before kind of bringing it out to other users. But we're very comfortable now with the technology on both sides.
And Dennis would also like us to know that this is really great. Thanks, Dennis. You're the man. Kiko asked if there's volume pricing available. You can take that up with our sales team. Our general statement is no, but if there's some sort of deal to be worked out, your sales team would be the one to talk to. Awesome.
Perfect. Yeah, if there's any other questions, you can reach us on the Skylab side or absolutely through the IQ side. Feel free to try some images, and we'll be here for the remainder of the show.